Welcome back. Breaking news overnight. Retaliatory Iranian rocket fire damaged the U.S. Embassy in Tel Aviv. The facility will be closed for the day. No staffers were hurt, but elsewhere in Israel, 8 people reported dead because of airstrikes, with at least 74 others hurt. IDF troops now searching through the rubble for survivors. The attack coming just hours after Israel targeted more of Iran's nuclear facilities and command centers for the Revolutionary Guard. All of this as President Trump is in Alberta, Canada this morning for the G7 summit, where the Israel-Iran conflict is expected to be high on the agenda. Joining me now is Texas Congressman Dan Crenshaw. Congressman, thanks very much for being here this morning.
Thanks for having me, Maria.
Your reaction to what's taken place this weekend. We are now in day 4 of this fire between Israel and Iran.
Yeah, like this is the culmination of kind of a bit of an inevitable outcome. We've seen the Israelis preparing for this potentiality for quite a long time. Anyone looking at the situation in the Middle East since October 7th and since all of the operations that have taken place against groups like Hezbollah and Iranian militias and the Houthis, we all know if you're going to hit Iran, this is the time to do it. And, you know, the American position and President Trump's position has been, let's at least try every other option first. Let's have them come to the table. Let's talk diplomacy. Let's have these nuclear talks and see if it gets anywhere. And of course it didn't, because the Iranians are highly irrational in this regard, or they might falsely believe that they think they can get a lot more than they actually can, and that they're, you know, as President Trump would put it, that they hold more cards than they do. Yeah. And so, of course, it ended up this way, where the Iranians backed away from the deal, and we see the Israelis strike their nuclear facilities, nuclear scientists, and leadership. And I believe their stated goal is regime change. So they're targeting every element of the IRGC leadership, as well as even Khomeini himself. And what we have to be on the lookout for is what the plan might be if all of those guys are gone or fleeing, which is an outcome that is very, very much a real outcome, and that possibility.
So they could actually just get up and leave. I mean, obviously, Israel has already crippled Iran and its capability to make more weapons. So far, I spoke with your colleague yesterday, California Congressman and Vice Chairman of Foreign Affairs in the House, Darrell Issa. Here's what he said. Watch.
Fissile material, all this years of running centrifuges and so on, they still have that material deep underground. What they lack now, thanks to the Israeli Defense Forces, they lack the ability to launch a bomb. They lack the ability to make additional materials. And quite frankly, they lack the ability to defend themselves as Israel continues to diminish their ability to make the other types of rockets, the ones that you've seen hitting Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, and the like.
Congressman, from your standpoint, and of course, given your background on the Intelligence Committee and the Energy and Commerce Committee, who do you think in the world today is supporting Iran and the regime?
Well, well, who knows? I mean, there's a lot of protesters on our own streets that like to wave whatever flag is popular for the day. So you know, I joke when I say that, but it could be true any second, right? They like to wave Hamas's flag. Who says they won't wave Iran's flag? Other than that, it's, you know, it's your typical list of outliers on the global stage, right? It's Russia, China, et cetera, all of this sort of axis that is developed against the United States. But of course, they're going to have to back off in this regard, and they are. Russia should be especially worried, since its entire war in Ukraine is based upon gaining those weapons that are developed and produced in Iran and China back into its war. So the Israelis are doing everybody a favor in a pretty big way. And I always have to remind people, we were talking about getting sucked into the war between Iran and Israel. I'd like to make a point there. The great Satan that the Iranians refer to is not Israel. It's the United States. It was after the Iranian Revolution. They're mad at us, not the Israelis. I mean, they don't like Jews, of course, but they're mad at us more than anything. And what people have to understand is, like, it has not been the United States standing in the way between Iran and Israel. It has always been Israel standing in the way between Iran and the United States. And so this is why President Trump backs, at least verbally, he's been backing Netanyahu so fervently, making sure that our air defenses are coupled with their air defenses to make sure that Iranian missiles are not heading where they need to be. I would also say the job is not done yet. They still do have certain nuclear facilities that are buried so deep underground that it requires special kinds of explosives or sabotage to destroy them. We're not done yet. They're obviously still launching missiles, so we haven't gotten all of the missile sites yet. Not we, the Israelis. So the Israelis know this, and there's going to be wave after wave. This is not a mission that was intended to last just a few days. I think they intended to last longer until the job is done.
Congressman, I want to get your take on the other areas of President Trump's agenda. Nearly 1 million illegal immigrants have already self-deported under President Trump's agenda, and it's affecting wages. The Washington Post is reporting 1 million foreign-born workers have exited the workforce since March, framing this as a sign of the weakening labor supply. But the fact is average hourly wages have gone up 0.4% over the last month. So it's really American citizens who've been gaining from this. Your thoughts?
Yeah, look, we need workers, right? But that's never been a good excuse for illegal immigration. It's a good excuse for improving our visa system and getting more visas into places like agriculture and construction. And I know the president made some comments on this recently that, hey, he's been listening. We hear you. We do need more visas on this regard. But that's never been an excuse for keeping illegals here. This should not be two difficult ideas to hold in your head at the same time.
Yeah.
And you look at the numbers of deportations. I was looking at them recently, and you look at President Bush's numbers. In the millions. President Obama was, of course, nobody's broken his record. Biden was at a low, but even in the first Trump administration, I think it was around 1 million, from what I understand. So I mean, look, President Trump's got to play catch up, if anything.
Yeah, that's such
really
a great
does.
point. And when you hear all of these other former presidents speak, they sound exactly the way President Trump is speaking. I mean, they all admitted the issue and wanted to fix it. But Congressman, I want to thank you for being such a patriot, and I want to thank you for your service to our great nation, being a Navy SEAL yourself. You joined the president during Saturday's military parade, celebrating 250 years of the U.S. Army. You sang happy birthday to the president with your daughter. How was that? Tell us about it.
It was great, and it was great. It's the 250th anniversary, right? It's a big number. So I was glad the president wanted to do something for the Army's birthday. I hope he's thinking along the same lines for the Navy's birthday. I think we'll outshine the Army quite a bit. I mean, this was a good parade. But I mean, with the Navy, look, you've got Blue Angels, you've got Navy SEALs, you had fast roping onto aircraft carriers. There's so much cool stuff you can do in the Navy. That would be a really good show. And because keep in mind, it's also the 250th anniversary of the Navy coming up in October. And of course, next year, 2026, you've got the 250th anniversary of July 4th. So this is really just a warm up. It was cool to see, but it was also sad to see the left's reaction. It's No King's Day. You can't celebrate the Army on its 250th anniversary. If it was some random year, I guess maybe it'd be slightly inappropriate, but it's the 250th anniversary. Everybody calm down, have fun. There was a ton of people there. That was another left-wing lie.
Yeah.
Right? They were focused on bleachers that were right next to where we were sitting.
I love the way the president handled it, because, Congressman, he put out a tweet. He writes, "A huge thank you to all the No Kings protesters yesterday. I was very concerned a king was trying to take my place. But thanks to your tireless efforts, I am still your president." Great job, all. President had fun with that. Congressman, it's a pleasure to see you, and we so appreciate your time this morning. Thank you, sir.